Scott Foster's trending right now on Twitter. How do you think the NBA likes that?
Terrible. It's a real commentary on where the league is right now. I mean, I think from 30,000 feet, the fact that there's so much attention paid on the NBA and that an officiating assignment in a second-round playoff game can be discussed on national television and national radio shows just how far the league has come in terms of visibility. But it's just not a positive trend. And there is a coming black eye to the NBA with officials and teams. It has been building. It has been boiling. In the last 2 weeks, we've seen one player throw a ball at an official. We've seen a GM go into the official's locker room. We saw Chris Paul bump an official in Game 1, for which he was fined $35,000. The officials are pushing back, which is one of the reasons the ejections are way up. The situation is boiling right now, and it needs to be turned down for the good of the game.
So then how does Scott Foster get assigned tonight? Was this before the playoffs, or did somebody in the league office, after everything that happened in Game 1 with the Rockets' reaction to everything that happened in Game 1, say, let's put their least favorite official on the floor for Game 2? How did that happen?
Yeah, so the officials are the first 4 games of every series, the officials are assigned in advance. So Scott Foster was going to be Game 2's official, whether the Rockets won by 75 points in Game 1 or lost at the end of the game on a foul call. They are putting him early in the series to leave room for him to come back late in the series. Last year, he officiated Game 7 of the Rockets-Warriors series. He is a 25-year official. This is his 20th playoffs. He is routinely ranked among the top 5 to 7 officials, which is why he gets these assignments. And the thing about it is, Rich, that historically, if you are a visiting team, you want Scott Foster. There was a streak a couple of years ago where visiting teams won 12 consecutive games in the playoffs and Scott Foster was the official. Now, some of that is just variance. Some of that is just luck. But I do believe that Scott Foster, for the reasons that the Rockets hate him, especially what they believe is arrogance, he is not intimidated by a crowd. He will make any call at any time. And I think for a visiting team, typically you like to see Scott Foster because you feel like he will not be pushed around by the crowd. Obviously, though, the Rockets don't care where the game is played. They don't want to see Scott Foster. But, Rich, if you were watching, and most fans would never watch this, but if you were watching the officiating assignments over the last 3 days, Scott Foster hadn't worked any second-round games yet, and he was on the second-round roster. So it was pretty clear he was either going to be assigned to Milwaukee tonight or Oakland tonight. The Rockets knew that it was a good possibility yesterday.
So they did not know until today, even though the assignments are made but aren't released to the teams until day of? Is that the way it works?
Right. Huh. Yeah, that's been the rule for years. The officiating assignments are announced at 9 a.m. Eastern for every game from the preseason to the final.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.